Assalamu alaikum. We will further continue with kinematics. So the next thing in kinematics is the distance time graph. The vertical axis acts as distance. The horizontal axis acts as time. Let's say you are told that the particle started its journey from rest. The particle started its journey from rest and traveled for 20 seconds to cover a distance of 60 meters. It then rested for 10 seconds, which means that this will become 30, and then resume the journey, covering further 30 meters in next 30 seconds. So this will be 60, this will be 90 meters. The gradient of distance time graph is speed. This point indicates that the particle is at rest. This point indicates that the particle has resumed the journey. And the gradient, once again here, of distance time graph represents speed. So if we want to find the speed during first 20 seconds, then it will be the gradient, which is 0, 0, 20, 60, and the gradient turns out to be 60 minus 0, 20 minus 0, which is 3 meters per second. If we want speed during last 30 seconds, then once again we will apply the formula for gradient, which is 30, 60 and 60, 90, and the gradient will be 90 minus 60 upon 60 minus 30, that is 1 meters per second. If we are told to find the average speed of the whole journey, we will apply the formula total distance upon total time. Total distance is 90 meters, total time is 60 seconds, and average speed will turn out to be 90 divided by 60, which is 1.5 meters per second. The next thing is the speed time graph. In order to draw the speed time graph, we must realize that the vertical axis refers to the speed and the horizontal axis refers to time. So if you are told that the particle starts from rest and travels for, let's say, 30 seconds to attain a speed of 90 meters per second. It then traveled at this constant speed for next 40 seconds. So 30 plus 40 is 70. And then it applied brakes to come to rest in next 20 seconds. So this will be 90. Once again, we should realize that the gradient of speed time graph is acceleration. This horizontal straight line represents that the particle is traveling with a constant speed. In distance time graph, the horizontal straight line represented rest, but in speed time graph, horizontal straight line represents constant speed. The particle is not at rest. In the last portion, the gradient of speed time graph is deceleration or retardation. So, if we are told to find the acceleration during first 30 seconds, it will be 0, 0, 30, 90, and the gradient, which is the acceleration, is 90 minus 0 upon 30 minus 0, that is 3 meters per second square. If we are told to find the acceleration during last 20 seconds, then it will be 70, 90 and 90, 0. So the gradient will be 0 minus 90, 90 minus 70, which is minus 90 upon 20, which is 4.5 meters per second square. If you are told to find the acceleration, the result is minus 4.5 meters per second square. If the requirement of the question is to find deceleration, then the result will be 4.5 meters per second square, because deceleration itself refers to retardation, refers to negative acceleration. Similarly, if you are told to find the retardation, once again it will be 4.5 meters per second square, because retardation or deceleration refers to negative acceleration. It is also important to keep this in mind that the area under speed time graph represents distance. So if we are told to find the total distance traveled by the particle, then it will be area under the curve. And in this case, it will be a trapezium, and the area will be half into sum of parallel sides, that is 40 and 90. This is 40. The whole of this is 90 into height, which is 90 once again, and the area turns out to be half into 40 plus 90 into 90, which is 584 5850 meters. Half into 40 into 90. Half into 40 plus 90, that is 130. Into 90 is 5850. So if you are told to find the average speed is total distance upon total time. Total distance upon total time, which is 5850 divided by 90. 5850 is the total distance, 90 is the total time, and the average speed is 65 meters per second. So this is how we make the distance time graph and the speed time graph of a certain domain or a certain question that has been provided to us. Now we will do some practice and enhance our concepts. Thank you.